Morning YouTube, I'm back again, and you join me in the back of a weird transit camper trailer conversion thing. Thing is the best way to describe it. This belongs to my friend Martin. No doubt he'll slag me off for slagging off his van trailer camper thing, but yeah, it is what it is. So today, well, I've been working for the last couple of days. I've been insulating and ply lining this thing. Now, that was there before it come here. That's nothing to do with me. And I did not build this in any way, shape or form. I am not responsible for any of the work that has been done to this. I've just been tasked with making it basically ply lined and warm inside, so then they can camper conversion it themselves. Yeah, but anyone knows me knows that I can't do wood properly for shit. I just can't. So they already picked the wrong man for the job, but I'm going to do it as best as I can. I've done a couple of little conversions before. Yeah, we should be able to make it respectable enough. But today's issue is rust and corrosion, and also rain. So what I'll do is I'll show you all this rust and corrosion that's inside in a minute, and then as soon as it stops raining enough, we'll go outside and I'll show you around this abomination. Could be seen in a caravan park near you soon. Right, first things first. This. Now this is still solid, except for that little hole there. But it's still structurally sound. But he paid a lot of money for this, and to be fair, it's in pretty rough condition. I could start attacking that, but you're going to open up a massive can of worms there, and it's not going to be a van no more, it's a camper trailer. So what we're going to do is we're going to cure rust it. We're going to cure rust it, let it all convert and what have you, paint it or what have you, then the insulation's going down, the floor's going down, and that should be lovely jubbly. Now there are a couple of other spots in the back here. If you look there and you look there, they are both where the axle mounts to the back of the van, I believe. Coincidentally, in exactly the same spots, you know. This is going to need looking at, and just to ensure that this is structurally sound. We've got a couple of little holes in this wheel arch here, and a little bit of rust around the bottom there. I think if we catch this now, we can save this, and that's not a lot of work. But the most problem is outside. What would have been the driver's side sill now has a me-sized fist hole in it, maybe even two now. And that's not because I was heavy-handed or anything. I was showing Martin, the owner, the score Georgie doors, and all I did was literally with my fingertips went tap tap, and it went in. So, providing this bloody rain stops, what I need to do is I need to get that to, well, I'm going to go and tap along it, see how rotten it is, see if it's going to need an entire sill, or see if we can just patch it up and whatever. Now, I'm no master fabricator, but I can weld, and a grinder makes you the welder you ain't. So, you know what I mean? As long as it's strong and it's on there and I can tidy it up, that's not a problem. It's not the first shitty rotten transit I've had to weld back together neither for Martin, so it's not the end of the world. But it wants to look the part, it needs to look tidy as best as I can, because respectfully, the outside, when you look at it as a whole, from about 15 foot away, it's not bad. It's like, oh, actually, that's quite a good little. So when you get closer and you inspect it and you look at things a bit more, that's when you realise that, yeah, in my opinion, it's crap. But each to their own. I'm all for the unusual people expressing themselves their own way and what have you. And so, yeah, this is what he chooses to spend his money on. This is what he wants to do. Then this is what we're doing. So it's good macro mine. We'll get this sorted out as best of my abilities. So first off, I'm going to use some of this Amorite Cure Rust stuff inside here. That's going to be boring as shit. You don't need to be bloody watching that. This isn't sponsored by Amrite or anything anyway. You can use Pour 15 or anything. That would have probably been the ideal thing for this, but we don't have any easily to hand. So this was the next best thing. So this is what we're going to use, and hopefully it's going to work as good. So I'm going to get cracked on with that, and I'll bring you back probably in the middle of it somewhere and share the score, judge it does, or what have you. Right, I've just painted all that crap about, and you can see it goes bluey black, and that's it doing its rusty converty shit. Now, some sciencey people out there, or someone who understands that crap a bit better than me, can probably tell you what's actually happening there. But the long and short of it, it's a chemical reaction, and it should be sorting it out. I got to touch up a bit there, I missed. Yeah, so that's hopefully going to stop this from getting any worse, and then I'm going to paint it with something before we'll continue with that. Now, the weather is still shite, otherwise I'll take you outside. So I'm just going to touch up some bits and bobs, and then I'm going to, yeah, I'll give you a walk around. Okay, so the rain's basically slowing down to a near enough stop now. I've been through, I've painted with the stuff. I've now been through and cut out all the eyelets because they were all rusted inside except this one. That's the only one that I'm bolted. So now I've just got to go down and make sure there's no sticky up bolts anywhere that are going to be an issue when it comes to laying the floor. So a little bit more grinding, but my ears are ringing to fuck, so. Alright, let's show you this shit out. I don't know about you lot, but no. Now I see the idea behind it, and I applaud the enthusiasm, but no. You can see all along here. This is a ceiling question we've got to fix. I don't know if you can see the holes. I'll show you later when it comes to it. But you can see the chunk of it still on the floor there. There you go. So that's not good. Can you guess what these windows are? If you guessed washing machine doors, you are correct. And no, that is not a fucking joke. This front end has been literally put together with tech screws and silicone sealer. Yeah. The A-frame on the front, however, really good, really hefty, good condition. Happy with that. Best thing about it, it didn't come with that jockey wheel. It come on that shitty jockey wheel. We've had to fit this one, which is much more suited to the size of it, which I may point out is fucking heavy, and I think legally too heavy to tow. Meaning all of this is entirely pointless. But again, it's not my van, it's not my plan. I'm just doing what I'm told, helping a mate out. So, rain's starting again. So I'm gonna just chill out for a minute, let my ears stop ringing, then get them last little nubs ground out. Then I've got to find some paint to cover up where I've cure rusted. Yeah, we should be good then. First I'm gonna go for a pee. Right, so I believe all that's dry enough now. I'm gonna go and give it a coat with some gloss white brushed on just to protect it, so it don't rot instantly. Yeah, it's better than nothing. Okay, so while I've got some paint drying inside, we've come along to this rusty sill. And what I'm going to do is go along and find the extent of the damage. I'm going to whack it with my trusty screwdriver and try and find some good bits. But as you see, that's going to be few and far between. Hopefully this is going to be something I can patch for him. Otherwise we're going to have to do some big choppy and replace that whole thing. So let me get whacking and we'll see where we're at afterwards. Fuck me, you can really open up a can of worms with this. Ideally it needs the inner removing and the outer. Yeah, I know we've sold this to Martin, and to be fair, it was a bit naughty. This is pretty rotten for the money he paid. Now I know he doesn't have the money to put 2 seals on this. I've got a sheet of steel over there. I was going to make some repair patch panels, but most of this bottom lip on the front's non-existent, and if I cut that out, there's nothing to weld it to. It's opening up a can of worms here. So I think what I have to do now is basically make 2 panels, weld them in as best as possible. Then it's going to be some filler, some under seal and what have you, and there you go. And then I advise Martin that in the future he needs seals on it, like full seals, front and back, inner and outer. It's a shame really, because he paid quite a bit of money for this. I won't disclose how much he paid, but he paid quite a bit of money for it to be in this condition. But it is what it is. We've got to do our best to fix it. So that's one patch cut out, ready, carefully shaped over a bit of scaffolding with a rubber mallet to make it fit just so. So that one's ready to go in. I'm in 2 minds whether to start welding that or whether to cut this one and get that one ready. I might start welding that. I might tack it in and yeah, get it started at least. We'll see. Time for a brew though, I think. Right, that's this one done. That's this one done. That way around. I just needs to clean it up, start tacking it on, and a little bendy into place as it goes on, but that should be sweet. Let's clean these up a bit nicer and drag the welder out. Obviously I won't be able to film that, so we'll have to bring you back once it's plated up. Alright, so I've gone through, give that another going over. Lovely jubbly. Because I had started doing this patching on this side, but the tip jammed. There was no spare tips. I can't find no spare tips in my shit anywhere. Yeah. So you can see where I've started. I'm not going to bother showing because it's not even properly tacked on. But yeah, got the pile of transit. Rock box. Yeah, it's a bit different from the usual video, but I do all sorts of balls like this, all sorts for cars, vans, caravans, motorbikes, pushbikes, anything I can fuck, I'll fix it. Xboxes, yeah. So, is what it is at the end of the day. It's not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? If any of you out there like it, well, give it a like or whatever. Got another project coming up soon. Got to get that through its MOT for my son for his 18th birthday. Bought him a little car. That's going to involve needing a subframe and stuff to it. Pretty simple job, to be fair. Not simple, but to me simple, so shouldn't be the end of the world. But first I've got to get this thing finished and done. So I've ordered some new welding tips. I've got some Tiger Seal to seal up any of the welds when we're done, and then I'll under seal it, and then that's job done on that, which should be sweet. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. If not, who gives a shit? I'll catch you next time. Cheers.